Mike of Mike's Bags. Today I'm reviewing Debacle by Dumpster Fire Baggers. Now, mostly on a side note, I really love the names of the bags that DFB is using. They really fit that dumpster fire theme. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive in. Let's break these debacles down. As always, start materials. Slow side, this is a hybrid material. Same slow side that you find on the slow side of the Viper are the Lucky Bags Pro Sniper Elites, the Swag Bags Chaos, True Cornhole Aftershock, the CVC Wildfire Ronin, the AAR Ripper, Reynolds Thunder. I go on. There's a long list of bags that uses. Probably the most popular of the hybrid materials out there right now. It plays, I call it a 5.5 speed. Brand new, it's like a 6.5 speed, but as it breaks down, it kind of softens up. It gets a little looser, and it gets just a touch bit fuzzier. I think it gets in about that 5.5. So somewhere between a 5 and a 6 speed for most players is where it's going to settle and play. It's very hole friendly, but you still have control with it. You can throw blockers when you need to. It's a material that plays well in all weather conditions. So if you live in an area where humidity is an issue, this material plays pretty consistent throughout most levels of humidity. If you play in all-day tournaments or events that last a long time or start in the day and go into the evening, as the temperatures change, the board conditions may change, or even large venues where board conditions change from one end of the building to the other. This material, like most hybrid materials, very consistent across all those conditions, so you can throw the same bag and not really have to change your throw at all and not really have to make much adjustments to it. So 5.5 speed on the slow side. Fast side, this is that Pro Sniper Viper fast side. 9 speed, it's fast. It's great for pushing those blockers up the board. It's great for bullying bags out of the way. It's great for dealing with congestion, kind of blowing up and moving bags or blowing up bags around the pile there really, really well. So 9 speed on the fast side, 5.5 on the slow for these debacles. Template-wise, medium template bag. It's a medium amount of fill, but it's on the thinner side. This is a little bit looser bag, so it does have some flop to it. Now, these bags are well broken, well used. They've broken it really nicely. And these two materials do have some stretch to them, so they will loosen up a little bit as you break them in. But these bags get a decent amount of flop to them. They're not the floppiest bags I've thrown, but they do get a decent amount of flop. They're looser, so when I grab them with my butterfly grip, there's a little bit of movement here. Not a lot, a little bit, but I will say the flop in these bags make these bags super forgiving. I talk a lot about how flop is very forgiving on the landing, which means if you don't throw flat, that looseness, the floppiness takes away the kick in most bags. This material has very little to no kick to it whatsoever, so it's not a material that's really going to punish you. You add the flop here, this bag is super forgiving on the landing, so if you don't throw flat, you can still throw this. It's not going to really move much on you. It's also extremely forgiving around the hole. That's what I love about this bag, is around the hole, that floppiness, that corner just dips in. It wants to grab the hole. It'll catch that lip and pull the bag and melt the bag back in. Both materials are super hole friendly, so they drip in really well. And the fill in here is a mixed fill. I feel a lot of small round beads. I love round beads in my bags. If you watch my reviews, you know how much I talk about the round beads. They give the bag a little more movement, a little more action, but they also give the bag more drip. Round beads are more hole friendly than flat. They're very unstable. They're constantly moving. So you get this bag up there, that those round beads are just moving, trying to find a spot to settle, and it just causes these bags to slowly drip and drip right in. These bags are going to find their way in the hole. If you get them up anywhere up near the hole, around the hole, they're probably going to find their way in by the end of that round into the hole for you. These bags are also ACO stamped, so if they're on the ACO, you can throw the Debacle. Let's go and jump in, talk more about playability. And this bag for me is designed for the hole runner. If I'm pulling this bag out, it's my mind says I'm running bags in the hole. I'm just putting my 4 bags in, get my 12 points. I'm outscoring my opponent. I'm not really planning on throwing a lot of blockers. I'm not planning on playing a dirty style game. Now, it does well against an opponent who does throw a dirty style game because of the looseness and the flop. If your opponent puts a blocker up there, this bag is wonderful at that get around, because when he come up, it kind of smashes. I talk a lot of times about the floppy bags want to accordion up, they smash up. So what happens is if your opponent throws a blocker up there, you can step out. You don't even have to step that much, but you aim for the corner of their bag. You can kind of smash into it, bully their bag out of the way, you take hole control, you go in. This bag does it extremely well. Now, you do have the ability, as I said, to control the slow side, to throw some blockers up there. So if you want to put some blockers up there and play a little bit of a dirty game, you can do it. It does a great job for a blocker. You can put a blocker up, no problem whatsoever. The problem comes in its collectability. When you go to collect this bag, because it is great at that get around, you've got to be more intentional. You're probably coming fast side, more intentional about coming more into the middle and catching more of that bag, right? If you come to the corner, like I said, you're going to kind of smash up and just bully the bag out of the way. You're not really going to push it with you. Now, loose floppy bags are great around the hole, right? Because I got a bag sitting up there right at the hole, like a level like a level 0, level half or whatever up there, just right at the hole, almost hanging in the hole. When I slide my next bag in, what happens is I smash into it, I lift it up. But when I lift this bag up, it lifts up, spins, and then it drops that corner right back in the hole. So they're really great at collecting bags if you have them right at the hole. But if there's level 2, level 3 blockers with this bag, you've just got to make sure you come more and grab as much of that bag as you can and push it up. Enough speed on this fast side to ride it all the way up to the hole, no problem whatsoever. You just got to make sure you're catching up that bag, that you don't hit the corner of the side and push it out of the way. It's also a bag that you can throw. You can throw cuts, rolls, flops. You can shot shape with this bag. It is not the easiest bag for that because of that looseness, because of that flop. It's not going to be, it's more forgiving, so it doesn't have that natural movement. Now you do add those round beads in here, which give that bag more action, more bounce, so that kind of does counteract that some. I had no problem throwing cuts with this bag. It's a bag that you can definitely make move. You're not making those harsh, aggressive cuts with this like, as you would with a stickier material, because it is more forgiving. It slides a little better, but you can make those cuts. So if you do want to play a dirty style game and you want to shot shape, you can use it if you need to. But again, I don't think this bag is best suited for that. I think Dumpster Fire has some other bags, like the Hot Mess that I reviewed last week was a great bag for playing a dirty style game. Like you could really do it. I think this bag is really designed more for running bags in the hole or playing against an opponent who is playing dirty style, where you want to find ways to get around or go over their bag. You can do that. Now for the shot shaping, if you're a beginner starting out, not the best bag to learn on, but if you're kind of that average to advanced or elite level, you can definitely shot shape this bag. So it does give you the options for going around, over, whatever, but I really think the get around style of play is the best way for dealing with blockers on the board with these debacles. They really do a great job of just kind of bullying that blocker out of the way and then going into the hole, dripping in the hole on their own. Phenomenal with that. All in all, I love the way this bag plays. I'm a fan of it. I've always been a fan of looser, floppier bags, and this bag just really fits my preference. The speeds are just right. So you'll see here, I did put a lot of bags in the hole. I had a lot of fun throwing it. It's a bag I highly recommend checking it out, which leads me into availability. And Dumpster Fire has a website, dfbcornhole.com. Make sure I say that. I sometimes get talking fast and it's hard to enunciate, or you don't always hear it very well. So dfbcornhole.com. As always, there's a link in the description. Click on the description here and there will be a link there you can click on and take you to the webpage. The bags are $65 for a set. It was, I believe, $10 for shipping. So $75 shipped to you. Phenomenal price. It's that lower price point for ACO stamp bags. Definitely well worth it. You're getting high quality bags at $75 shipped to you. It's a price that's really hard to beat. So if you've been thinking about trying out a hybrid material or trying out this Viper R hybrid material and you haven't done it yet, give these debacles a try. I think you're gonna love them. If you're a fan of looser bags or you're a fan of bead fill, which a lot of companies are going away from the bead fill, if you're a fan of that, give these debacles a try. I think you're gonna like them. If you've thrown them, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Always love hearing your guys' opinions. As always, I thank you so much for your support, and I thank you for watching.